We're recording.
Yay!
Woo! Hi, everybody.
Hi, class. I hope you guys are all doing so well.
Welcome to Corona.
Well, this is our newsroom PowerPoint in this virtual world of doing classes online. And yeah, I hope you enjoy all of our fun little pictures and gifs and videos and the news.
Yeah. Here we. If it would like to listen to me. There we go.
All right, so first up, we have international news, which obviously we all know about the coronavirus right now. Some updates on this is that President Trump has issued a travel ban so that no one can come into the U.S. unless they are a U.S. citizen. And that was implemented sometime last week around probably like, I think Thursday it was. California, Connecticut, Illinois, New Jersey, and New York have all gone on lockdown, and this is as of yesterday because this is when all this information was compiled. Italy has brought in their military to enforce their national shutdown, and they currently have 47,000 cases and 627 people have died in 24 hours, Friday, March 20th, which is the most amount of people that have died from this virus in a 24-hour period. That's really scary. New data from China shows that men and women get infected equally, but men die more often than women, which there are the statistics there. And then recent statistics as of March 21st was that there are 290,937 cases total, which include active and recovered. And then there's a list of the current standings of active cases total in decreasing order from Italy to Germany, which are like the top four countries with coronavirus cases at the moment. And then there's those two links right there are the resource for the statistics and how to stay updated. That is the New York Times link is to an active and ongoing log of news and updates of everything coronavirus. And here's some video resources for you. This is just an update on Italy since they had the deadliest day of coronavirus. And if you don't know Dr. Mike, he's known as the Instagram hot doctor, and he is debunking a lot of coronavirus conspiracy theories. And that is a really good video. I highly recommend you watch that. We're going to post this this PowerPoint in a form where you can watch these videos. We're not going to play them for you right now. So that's that on Corona.
And
then,
yeah, this is just a map that's outlining all the cases in the US, and this was updated as of today when we were recording this, March 22nd. And this is from Johns Hopkins. So the states with like these little circles have less than 50. West Virginia, I know, has 12 off the top of my head. But everything else, the cases are growing exponentially. I know there was a couple days ago, JMU had its first case that it was reported. So, yeah, social distancing, wash your hands. The case numbers are still going up.
Yeah.
And national news. A lot of us have been aware of the Harvey Weinstein case. This has been going on since 2017, where a number of women first started stepping out and accusing him of sexual misconduct and rape. About a week ago, he got his full sentencing. He was sentenced to 23 years in prison, 20 years based off of one case, 3 years based off of another. And he was found guilty on multiple charges with 2 women, essentially. The day before his 68th birthday, which was 3 days ago as of recording this, he was moved into a maximum security prison in New York. These assaults have been happening throughout his career. They didn't just like magically show up, but he was a very big player in Hollywood. And one of the things that like brought a lot of attention to his case in particular was when Me Too started happening about the same time in 2017. He compared it to the Red Scare of the 1950s and accused women of falsely reporting sexual misconduct. as a way of framing other men and tried to devalidate the Me Too movement. So that's that kind of a guy. Women are still coming out and speaking against Weinstein and adding to number of cases. These 23 years are just in New York that he was sentenced, and there are other cases of his happening in other states. So he's not going anywhere anytime soon.
Yeah, and he still has to face his charges against him in LA. So we don't know exactly the total number of the extent of his sentencing is, but this is just what is his sentencing as of now.
Yeah, as of right now, he has 23 years he has to serve, so the earliest without parole or good behavior would be him getting out when he's roughly 81 years old. Well, just in New York.
Old.
Which is very old, and that's if he is not found guilty in Los Angeles.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And then we have this lovely video.
Woo! That's, that's the face of a man I could never trust.
Absolutely not. This video is just like a short little video about Harvey and all of the women of The View. Sunny Hostin has a really interesting opinion on it, and that starts at 29 seconds into the video, so be sure to watch that little clip. All right, more international news. International Women's Day, happened on March 8th while we were all on spring break, so I thought we could recap a little bit. Something really important happened in Kazakhstan, which was when all these women came to gather in the center of Almaty, and they gathered in protest against violence and discrimination towards women. On March 11th, they were both found guilty for petty hooliganism, and these two women, which I cannot pronounce their names, but I'm not gonna butcher it because that's gonna be embarrassing. But they were convicted for violating the law on organizing and holding peaceful demonstrations, and they were both fined for it. The Kazakh government has been known for their resistance in protest and using the law of peaceful assembly to incriminate a lot of people in terms of gathering peacefully. And this is kind of brought on a call to reform the law and allow people to express their opinions and freedom of speech. So there's a link to that source that I got all this information from, and those are the two women. We can change the world. And then this is also some more coverage over International Women's Day on March 8th. One of them is the UK and the other one is Mexico City. Mexico City got a little bit violent up in their protests, and the UK had a couple of celebrities walking around having a good old time.
We're having a great time for National Women's Day amidst Corona.
Absolutely.
Then local news, RIP JMU.
We're all online.
Woo! So
basically, a lot of students rely on housing and food, and that's crazy.
Yeah, and I know one of the other things too that was particularly difficult is out-of-state students who don't have on-campus housing, who are kind of just stuck in Harrisonburg now with little resources because their meal plans are no longer happening. So
it's definitely a rough time right now, in terms of students who have been displaced from their housing situations, who are out of state and financially independent, which are a lot of seniors. And I know a lot of people in my community they were ready to leave as soon as they could and got their diploma, but now things are kind of put abruptly to a stop and they can't really do anything. because they're just kind of stuck. So that's interesting and fun. JMU did announce that they will be refunding meal plans and housing payment for students who had those services. That's good news.
Yeah, we love that.
Mhm. And we do know that like everyone, I'm sure there's a good amount of people who have online resources, um, as we do, but there are a few people who are, I'm sure there are a few people, um, who relied on JMU libraries in order to kind of do their work, access Canvas and all of that kind of stuff. So they're kind of in a tough situation too if classes are moved online and they are not able.
Yeah, it's not the ideal situation. I do want to throw a nice shout out to Virginia Tech, who essentially went, you know what, this is going to be very difficult for a lot of students, so we're just going to pass or fail these classes, and if you need the GPA boost, great. Otherwise, what your current grade is what your current grade is, so have fun, enjoy yourself, seniors.
Yeah. We don't really know exactly what's happening with all of JMU and the plans of all of this, but it seems like things are just moving full stream ahead online, which is great and fun. And we'll see how everything turns out.
Woo, killing it.
And then, of course, if you haven't seen these videos and if you want to cry, then I highly suggest the Dr. Tim Miller video. I didn't see that one until today, and I was like, man, God, okay. So make sure you watch those videos if you haven't already. I know it was blasted kind of all over Facebook to view it and everything.
So, local updates, because part of Newsroom was supposed to be about, oh, these are still other updates for this. I jumped ahead of the gun.
Yeah.
So,
No, you're okay. It's all right.
yeah,
Harrisonburg Schools is offering meal plans to everyone under 18 years old, Tuesdays and Thursdays, from 5:30 to 6:30. That will really benefit us, but those people who live out there and have children, there you go.
yeah. And for people who are just like kids who may not be certain where, that's another critique too on like if you're a college kid and you don't know where your next meal is going to be because you have to have the meal plans, how are you going to eat?
Yeah.
But at least the Harrisonburg public schools are addressing that a little bit for Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Wonderful.
yeah, I touched on it earlier. We have cases within JMU community that we're starting to emerge. I know for um in the SCOM school there were people who were like studying abroad who ended up getting like put into like government quarantines when they flew back in, and they were still in a quarantine when we left for like our spring break, and wouldn't be leaving their quarantine until like I think this week is when they would have left it. So
Mm-hmm.
fun.
Good times. Practice, if you're still in Harrisonburg right now, which may be the case for some people, but maybe not be the case for some people. But the Walmart on Reservoir Street has pickup services for groceries. So if you don't have to go into the store because we want minimal contact, social distancing, and I know a lot of grocery stores are doing this in their area. Some of them also have delivery services. So if you need food, that meal plan's no longer a thing. Get your groceries. Try not to go into the store, especially if you're in a place that has multiple infected people.
Yeah, and remember, like, if you're able to order occasionally from local businesses, do that because local businesses are really going to be hurting during all of this. I know,
Absolutely. Just a
yeah,
gift card works too.
a gift card is great. I know DoorDash has cut delivery fees for local businesses. So if you have DoorDash and you're back at home and you're like, I know this really great, like, Mexican place owned by a community member that's a mom and pop shop, order from that. Do DoorDash, minimize contact.
Yeah. Those are just local updates.
Yeah.
And now we have this.
Yeah. So before, when I was jumping the gun, I mentioned that during Newsroom we would also talk about things that were happening on campus and like local events. We can't do that anymore because quarantine. But me and Emily instead put some activities that we can do while in quarantine so that way we're not going bananas. And these are going to be local events you can do whenever. Jackbox games. This is something I actually did last night. We did a FaceTime call with I think 13 people. And so 13 of us were on our phones looking at that so we could see the video game on someone's television and playing the Jackbox games on our computer. So we were able to socialize, we were able to see each other face to face and talk when we paused the game and we were able to just like communicate and hang out without having to like be in the same room together and exposing each other. And that was really, really fun. Puzzles are super fun. I promise. I really, really promise that puzzles are a great time. And they have online puzzles, so you can do like a 1,000-piece puzzle online if you want to. There are a lot of websites for it. Or if you want to start off easier and do a 300-piece, puzzles are great, and they're sold at a lot of like smaller community stores, and people just like make puzzles, which is the coolest thing in the world. Netflix Watch Party is something that I think got announced earlier this week, and it's an extension on Chrome where you can invite people into the link that you're using to watch your Netflix, so people from like around like in different places can see your Netflix screen and watch Netflix, and it has a little chat bar off to the side so you can like chat with people. I was experimenting with it and it's really, really fun. I was watching like the first ever Pokemon episode that ever aired and just typing with my friend as things were happening. It was a really good time. If you have a Switch, Animal Crossing New Horizons came out on Friday, and Animal Crossing games are so much fun and the most underrated. You get your own island, and then you can help terraform your island. You add bridges to things, you go fishing, you make hats, and you can make cute umbrellas and things. It's a lot of fun.
It's super fun. I love it. It's a good time.
Animal Crossing is a great time. Learn how to
Also,
cook.
on the note of games,
Yeah.
The Sims 4, I think, is on sale for $4.99 right now. So if you want to do a similar kind of situation with Animal Crossing, but you want to like create your life online, you can do it in The Sims 4.
Yeah, and The Sims 4 has a lot of like fun career things you can do in like a billion expansion packs.
Yeah.
And wow, The Sims 4 is also just so much fun. I love The Sims.
Me too.
You can learn how to cook or bake things. Nothing says quarantine like a batch of freshly made brownies. So,
Absolutely. Oh my God.
or you can learn a new craft. So you can learn new ways to sew. I learned what's called a suture stitch, and that was a really fun thing that apparently surgeons use, but is also really, really good for sewing up like holes in your clothes. I use that to fix a sock. You can knit, or you can paint a Bob Ross picture. Do make a happy tree and make yourself happy in the progress. These are some
A lot of
quarantine friendly
creative things.
all the creative things. But these are some quarantine friendly activities because your mental health and your social health are also important as well as school. And with online classes, our schedules are slightly more flexible, so we're able to take care of ourselves in ways we can. I know when there's a couple of my classes that are going to be meeting through Zoom and things, and if I catch your girl baking a quesadilla as I'm listening to a lecture. See? Then we got questions.
Yeah, we have questions.
So we got to be perfectly honest, you will have the ability to pause this video and ponder these questions, and then we'll be talking about it in the discussion. So we'll just chill here for a sec, let you read them. Look at the very cute pugs.
Thank you.
Coolio. Stay safe, y'all.
Yeah, stay safe. Hope you enjoy this Monster Inc. gift because that's how quarantine feels sometimes and how the world feels right now about Corona.
Yeah.
Corona is the sock. 2319, y'all. This is an emergency.
I have never related to anything more in my life, Emily.
Anyways, we hope that this was a productive and useful newsroom, and you're caught up on all things feminist news, world news, current events, all of that. Make sure you ponder those questions and possibly do a post about it. Let us know when you respond in the comments what you've been thinking about, responses to those questions, all the good things.
Well, thank you guys so much for your time, and we'll catch you later. Bye.
Bye.